Good morning. Loaded up all the wheels and tires. 6. Yes, 6, because this car is going to have 2 modes that it's going to be able to go in. Loading them all up. I'm going to take them down to a local tire place. They're going to mount them and balance them for me. We're going to throw them on. I'm going to show you what they look like. And don't get all crazy excited. These aren't like a 3-piece special crazy wheel, lightweight, blah, 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 blah. No, this is just a basic, inexpensive wheel with a decent tire. I'm cheap on that end. Now we can get to it. So here are the wheels I ended up going with. It is a Vox Racing wheel, 17 by 9. Very classic style. It's like that Corvette rally style. I had the same setup on my C10 and I really liked it. I'm debating, I'm probably going to paint these black, to be honest with you, because I really want that sinister look for this thing. It's sitting on a 275/40 17 tire, Mickey Thompson's. And that is, I don't know, that is a lot of meat there for the front. And then I got a square setup of this. So 4 of these, front and rear. And then when I want to go extra, I've got a set of Mickey Thompson drag radials here. Street ETs. Well, these are 295s, I believe. Yeah, 295 55 R15s. And these things are big. So that'll be fun to tuck up in there. So yeah, 2 modes: Pro Touring mode, drag mode. Let's put it in drag mode first. And then I also want to get the front fender on there, just so everything looks complete. So that did not take long to run into my first issue. I knew that these weren't gonna I'm gonna have to play around with them to make them fit. But my bump steer, my tie rod end kit, totally is on the wheel. I can space it out, which isn't a big deal. So I have a series of spacers that I can throw in there to make sure that they work and clear. So I'm gonna get those, throw those in, go from there. So already this is looking absolutely amazing. This thing just looks so mean. I want to go get the front fenders. I'll do that in a second. But for the front, I'm going to have to get a little bit longer wheel studs here because I'm not comfortable with, them not being threaded on that much. So I'm going to order some of those. And then I also want to get a 3/8 inch spacer instead of, I think it's a 5/16 that's in there now. So order that up because it is still a little tight there. But I do have room to move it around. And I don't know if you saw, but I tested the turn radius and if it was going to rub on anything, and it doesn't. Like UMI, the control arms, they come with those little stops right there, and I got the big one in there because I was just expecting there to be some clearance issues, but I think I can actually switch over to the smaller one in order to get a little bit more turning radius out of this thing. So that's freaking cool. I'm going to go grab those fenders. We're going to throw those on there and see how much clearancing we got to do. Oh, the rear too. It's tucking nicely, but I do want it a little bit lower. That's the beauty of coilovers, and I'm just gonna have to trim this out a little bit here to fit these drag radials up in here. I don't think that the street tires will have an issue whatsoever, but if I wanna run these fat meats, a little bit of trimming is gonna have to happen on that. Ah, that's so cool. Dang. It's finally starting to look like a car again, which is just a huge motivator. Front wheels, yeah, like they definitely can kick them out a little bit further. Like a lot a bit further if I really wanted to, like make them flush with that, which I think would be awesome. And then I can roll this fender up and under. So I don't know how much wider I want to go because I plan on making my own wheel liners anyway out of sheet metal because they come plastic and with a turbo here and all that heat and stuff, that's just going to melt everything. Don't really like that idea. Obviously, I'm going to clean all this up, paint it black. But yeah, this is looking tough. And I do want it a little bit lower. I want lower. And then also you can see how much of that intake is going to be sticking out of the hood there. That's sweet. So I just got done doing my research and I went ahead and ordered new Willwood wheel studs because those are only 1 3/4 inches. So I ordered the 3-inchers. And then I also went ahead and ordered billet 1/2-inch spacer, hub centrical. So don't freak out. They'll be fine. And I have plenty of room to shove them out further. And I think that'll just make it look that much more aggressive. So yeah, like I said, I got those on order, but I also want to see it in its pro touring mode. So I'm going to take these drag radials off. And before I did, I actually marked all up in here, everywhere I need to cut out. And people are like, don't cut up a nice classic car. Trust me, these panels are not original. There's Bondo underneath here. This all needs to go anyway. So may as well just chop it all out. So yeah, I'm going to take those rear wheels off. I'm going to put those ones on. We're going to see how it looks with that setup. There, now it looks a little bit more incognito. I don't know how incognito you can be, sleeper look, when you got a giant intake coming out of your hood. Really doesn't go together. But I don't know, the stance isn't quite there yet. I think that this thing needs to be slammed as much as possible. And those wheels can come out a little bit more. So I did, like I said before, I ordered 4 1/2-inch wheel spacers. And I'm going to have to order new studs for that side too in order to make those adapt and for me to be comfortable with it. But I think that we can drop it down. That's the beauty of coilovers. We can play with this and drop it down. Obviously, there's not a lot of weight in there right now, but we can kind of just get it looking right. So that's what I'm gonna mess with right now. It's just kind of play with my coilovers and see how low we can get this thing. And that's its street mode setup. I got the coilovers as low as they can go. Obviously, there's not all the weight of the interior, the bumpers, hood, everything in there to kind of weigh it down so we can adjust it more because I would like it to be more low. And I'm hoping that that extra weight will kind of bring it down. Plus the springs have got to settle and whatnot. But one thing I'm going to rant about a little bit. Not really rant, but I posted in real time on my Instagram, like, hey, like, here's my setup. Like, do you think I should paint them black? And everybody's like, no, leave them alone. Like, this is Project Sinister Malibu. Like, you can't make it look like a powdered blue Malibu with nice gray wheels and shiny rings like your grandma would have drove in 1985 to church. Like, this has to look sinister. Like the name says, Sinister Malibu. So, I'm sorry, I'm going against everybody, like almost everybody who said, leave them alone. Like, no, they're going to be black. Everything's going to be black. Black, 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 black. Black with a blue. I think it's going to look amazing. And to be honest with you, it's my car, so I'm going to do whatever I want. And that's the way you should treat your build too. Like, if you have an idea, freaking go for it. Like, be a little bit different. I mean, there's extremes where it just doesn't look right, and you should know that. But I mean, I think that I have a great vision for this car, and it's all going to come together. And you guys just got to trust me. Just trust me. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you made it this far on the video, consider subscribing, because I'm done for right now. I'm really cold and I'm going in, but I'll do more. I'll do more soon, and you're going to see it here on this channel. So subscribe. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.